Hi there, thank you so much for joining me today. This video is one I'm very excited about. It is a video where I create 3 makeup looks inspired by art. I chose 3 different Pittsburgh artists, all with very different styles, and I created a makeup look using colors inspired by one of their paintings of my choice. I chose 3 artists from Pittsburgh because that is the city I live in, and I love Pittsburgh, and I thought it would be a great chance to shine some light on some famous Pittsburgh artists. This video is very helpful for me because I keep saying over and over again that I want to play more with color and do more creative looks and do more fun stuff other than just the neutral everyday stuff that I do normally. And this video really gave me a chance to do that 3 times. This first look that I did is my most natural look. The other 2 are much more colorful and much more fun. This video is also in collaboration with another YouTuber. Her name's Zeyn, and she's a newcomer in the YouTube community, but she's already making a splash. She is a lot better with creating different makeup looks, being more playful with colors. She actually has a fantasy palette series on her channel, and in every video she collabs with a new YouTuber and they come up with a version of a fantasy palette inspired by something. I think the one I just watched was the Game of Thrones. She made a Game of Thrones palette inspired by colors from the series, and I thought that was a really cool idea. The first thing you'll notice about Zeyn when you watch her videos is she has a gorgeous mane of these big red curls. They're gorgeous. She's got a funny sense of humor. She's got a cute cat. What's not to love? If you like my videos, I think you would like Zeyn's channel as well. I will have her linked in the description box, as well as the video that she did that's in collaboration with mine. And with that, I'm going to get started with the first artist. Okay, so I'm going for more of the Zeyn vibe for today's video. I have the natural sunlight coming through, I've got some curls in my hair, and I'm going to start talking about the very first artist. Her name is Cassatt. It might be Cassatt. I think it's Cassatt, so I'm going to say Cassatt. And she is from Allegheny City, PA, which is currently North Side in Pittsburgh. And she was a painter and a printmaker. A lot of her work is more light, more pastel, and it focuses a lot on a mother and child. A lot of her photos really focus on the affection and the interactions between a mother and her child spending quality time together. The painting that stuck out the most to me is Young Mother Sewing. Something about that color scheme, the light blues and the yellows and oranges, it really spoke to me. I actually have an eyeshadow that I think perfectly matches the mother's dress. And this first look is going to be a little bit more light, a little bit more romantic. The 3 shades I want to talk about are Morocco from Anastasia Beverly Hills, Emerald from Clionadh Cosmetics, and Aqua Vitae, also from Clionadh Cosmetics. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the color on my finger, but it's got a very light blue base and then a golden yellow shift to it. And depending on how the look ends up, I might either do like a really light natural peachy lip, or I might go for like a very vibrant peach liquid lipstick. We'll see. First thing is I'm just going to take that Aqua Vitae shade and just put it all over the mobile lid. Then I'm going to take, this is a brush from the Urban Decay Electric palette, and I'm going to take the thicker side. It's kind of just like a flat shader brush, and I'm going to go into that Morocco, that orange shade, and put it on the outer third of my eyelid. I really like this color blue and orange together. I think that's really pretty. And then with the other side of that brush, I'm going to go in with that emerald shade, and I'm going to put this on the inner corner. It's bright enough that I feel like it still looks nice in my inner corner, even though it is like a bright green shade. It's got a lot of lightness to it and a lot of reflectiveness. And then I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs liner to do my upper lash line. And then I'm going to use the Luminoso blush. I don't know if I want to put on more eyeliner. I kind of want to keep it a little bit lighter, a little bit more ethereal looking. So I'm just going to put on mascara and then see what I think. For lips, I'm still not sure if I want to go for something more subtle. This is a Catrice Volumizing Lip Balm in the shade Graceful. My other choice is Old Flame from Dose of Colors, but I think that'll be just a little bit too dark. I'll give it a try. And this is my look inspired by Mary Cassatt's Young Mother Sewing painting. Okay, so the next artist I want to talk about is Baron Batch, and he's actually a former Steeler. He's a former professional football player. He was a running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he retired in 2013. At least that's what Wikipedia is telling me. I don't really know much about sports, which in a city like Pittsburgh is borderline sin. He is also an artist, and one of the things I know him the most for are his elephants. He paints murals of these really ornate, colorful elephants all over the city. There actually used to be one on the block I used to live in, and I walked past it every day at my old apartment in Southside. Each one is colorful and very unique and very ornate, and some of them have inspirational quotes next to them. And the one I chose to be inspired by is the one that has the quote next to it that says, "Education is the movement from darkness to light." I just like that quote. I think that's a cool thing to have on a mural. The color scheme has a lot of yellows, a lot of aquas, purples, and blues. They're very bright, and I do have a couple shadows that I want to incorporate into this look. I have a little quad here to start with. This first one is Tikie by Colourpop, and then we have Cougar by NYX. If you look at the top of the elephant's face, the crown is a really bright yellow, and then as you go further down it turns into more of a darker yellow. It has some orange in it as well. So I thought I could work with maybe that transition from a lighter yellow to a darker yellow. And then these top two purple shades are Howlin and 143 by Colourpop, and I figured I'd use Howlin kind of in the crease and do something creative with the purple. It can be difficult to incorporate both yellows and purples into an eye look because blending them together can kind of make it look like a bruise. So I'm gonna have to find a way to incorporate both of these colors, but keep it from making me look like I have bruises all over my eyes. So I'll have to figure out a way to be creative. I did also want to incorporate that aqua green. Right at the top of the elephant's face there is like a pop of aqua green. So I pulled out my Strobe Cosmetics Creepy Cute palette, and the shade right here, Creep It Real. It's kind of got that pastel green shade. And I don't have any eyeshadows that are dark blue like that. I used to have one in the Urban Decay Electric palette, but I decluttered that months ago. So I don't have any eyeshadows, but I do have a mascara that's a bright blue. I might go with a purple lip, I might go with a nude lip. We'll see what happens when we get there. So I'm gonna start by taking a crease brush and going in with that Howlin shade and just kind of working that into the crease a little bit. I'm gonna go in with that darker purple later. I kind of want to move over to the yellows. I think to keep the purple and the yellow separate, I'm gonna put the yellows on the lower lash line. So I'm gonna go in with the lighter yellow in Tikie, and I'm gonna put that on the lower lash line on the inner half of the eye. And then I'm gonna go in with that darker shade, Cougar, and put that on the outer half. Then I'm just going to use my fingers and like run it over to blend them out a little bit better. Then I'm going to go back in with that Marc Jacobs eyeliner and do the upper lash line. Next I'm going to go in with that 143 shade, that darker purple, and I'm going to go in with a flat angled brush and kind of push that into the upper lash line. I'm going to go in a tiny bit with a brush and that Creep It Real shade and just very gently put that like on the inner third. I'm gonna do the blue mascara on the lower lash line. I never do mascara on my lower lash line, so I feel like I'm just gonna get it all over my face. Okay, it's a gloppy mess. I don't know what to do. This blue mascara was a mistake. I'm gonna put mascara that's black on the upper lash line. Do I want to put on purple lipstick or do I want to keep it natural this time? I'm gonna try the purple. I'm gonna do Madison from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I typically use a lip liner, but not today. That blue on the lower lash line honestly was a mistake. I shouldn't have done it. I think I'm going to go in with a cream colored shadow and just tone down that purple just a little bit. This one isn't my favorite, honestly. I wish the lower lash line had turned out better. I wish that mascara wasn't such a piece of junk. Yeah, but I do like the colors. I do like the color combo of the green and the purple and the yellow. I think that's cool. I wish I had just a slightly lighter colored lip, but I don't have any lip colors that are lighter than this. Honestly, I like my first look better than this one. Maybe I just prefer softer makeup looks in general, but we're just going to be getting more colorful with the third look, so let's jump into that. And of course, I can't talk about Pittsburgh artists without mentioning Andy Warhol. He did a lot of pop art. He was very well known for his Campbell soup cans. Those like pop art pictures of the Campbell soup cans, that's probably his most recognized works. He was also very well known for his screen prints, for his portraits. He did a lot of portraits, very high contrast, high colorful photos of famous people, of famous figures, a lot of people that he was friends with in real life. And the one I'm going to be looking at whenever I'm trying to create my own makeup is the Marilyn Monroe. I'm going to go back to my Strobe Cosmetics Creepy Cute palette, and I'm going to take those two top colors, Creep It Real and Cold Shoulder. One is more of like a mint green, the other one is more of a light blue, and I'm going to mix them together to get that same color of eyeshadow, that kind of greeny aqua color. I'm going to incorporate a red lip, maybe a fake mole, and just try to come close to recreating like a Marilyn inspired pop art look. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is go in with my Marc Jacobs eyeliner and just tightline really quick. And I didn't set my eyeshadow primer. I really want stuff to stick to my eyeball, so it's a little bit tacky still. I just used concealer today. And I'm gonna go in with another flat angle liner brush, and I'm first gonna go in with Cold Shoulder, which is that blue. And I'm going to create like a really thick wing on both of my eyes. And then I'm going to go over it with that green Creep It Real color. Yeah, I am kind of making the wings a little bit more downturned because Marilyn was very well known for her kind of droopier, more bedroom eyes. They were a little bit more downturned, kind of added a sultriness to the look, so I am going to try to mimic that shape. I'm going to go in with the NYX Epic Ink Liner and create a line just underneath that blue, just to mimic the makeup that's in the photo. And then for the eyebrows, I am going to kind of make them a little bit more downturned. I'm going to go in with a darker eyeshadow, mainly Activist from the Tarte Linen Boom Pouch because it's just in front of me. And I'm going to go in and kind of point it down, kind of starting at the ends and then working my way to the edges. I think I need to carry that green out a little bit further. Alright, now for the mole, I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to use the NYX Epic Ink Liner in black. I'm just going to do the teeniest, tiniest little dot. And then I'm going to go in with a Milani brow pen, and this is in the shade Natural Taupe. It's more of a darker, it's more of a brown, and I'm going to kind of go over it and fill it in and mix those two colors. Because most people don't have like 100% black moles. They're typically a little bit more of like a browny black. I forgot to turn the camera back on. That's lovely. So let's do a little recap. I used a darker red lip liner in the shade Red Tape to line my lips. I put on Venezia from Stila, but I think I need to go a little bit darker to match the painting a little bit more, so I'm going to go over it with Merlot from Dose of Colors. I think that looks a little bit better with the look in the painting, but I'm going to go over with a lip pencil in the shade Brick House, and I'm going to go around the edges kind of just to deepen up the edges a little bit. I think that makes it look a little bit more reminiscent of what it looks like in the painting. I'm feeling a bit clownish right now. This is not something I would wear out in public, but it was really fun to recreate. I do like that pop of blue on the lids. Ton of fallout with those blue shades. I guess that's just to be expected. I probably should have done my eye makeup before my face makeup. Keep in mind this is more of like a pop art 60s high contrast makeup look. It's not something that I would wear on an everyday basis, but it is kind of a look inspired by the painting, and I think I got pretty close, especially with that eye color. Not my favorite. I still feel like the first look was my favorite one, the one that I would wear the most. But this is my third makeup look based on Andy Warhol's portrait of Marilyn Monroe. Thanks again to Zeyn for reaching out to me and asking me to collab. This was a lot of fun to do, and I can't wait to see how you do your version of this video. Let me know if you have any requests. Are there any paintings or artists that you'd like me to try to do this with in the future? This was a lot of fun and something I would definitely do again. Which one was your favorite look, and is there anything differently you would have done if you were going to do these looks? That is everything I have. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!